feel like I've been saying that a lot. But that's because the that come up here, I with them. Anyway, I got one of my favorite humans in the building. Ace Hood is in the building. Make some noise. Make some noise. Yes, sir. Thank you for coming, man. Honored to have you.
Likewise.
Should have, long overdue, should have happened sooner. I don't know why. Well, I do know why. Your life looks so good on the gram, I wouldn't rush to go sit down and talk to nobody either.
That's a fact.
It's just working out. I'm married. You need to stay out of my way. Like, I'm in my lane. I'm in my world. Keep the bullshit away from me. So much so that some of the questions I got planned to ask for you and been waiting to ask you for years, I've seen you answer them other places. I'm still gonna ask.
I love it.
Just to see if I can get a little. I gotta see. Ace, how you feeling, man?
Honestly, bro, I feel blessed. I feel great, bro. I feel capable. I woke up this morning, dog. I feel good. We on the trail. I'm independent. I'm grinding, and we back outside.
How many pull-ups you did this morning, man?
I ain't do none today, bro, but I did knock out a good 20, 25 piece earlier. Little push-up set, you know?
Okay.
I had to get it in, you know, just to kind of tone up a little bit, you know, just in case I'm looking a little flat, you know?
I'm about to go put my jacket on.
In case I'm looking a little flat. This guy?
I'm about to go put my
first trimester, he talking about in case I'm looking a little
Nah, man.
This guy crazy.
But you don't want to change it. Hey, I be telling him to go to the gym, he won't do it.
See?
You have the ability to change it.
Right.
Yo, something's wrong with people, bro. I've been in the gym for all of 42 days and want to act like he Jack LaLanne.
Gotta get
your ass out of here,
Well, the toughest part is getting out of bed. So I wouldn't give a how many days I've been. I get out the bed and make it there.
Ain't you been on a little run? It's been some months now.
I go.
Like you said, since the basketball game.
Yeah, it's been since the basketball game.
Nah, it's over.
Sorry, buddy.
It's all right.
Sorry, buddy.
It's cool.
How does independence feel? You the one person that I'm angry that has independence.
Talk to me about that.
You know, I champion independence and I love it, and all of us should have it and be about that. You though, I'm not made whole with how you got independent. I'm not made whole with that.
I respect that.
I don't want to start with that, but I don't like it. I'm not made whole about it and never got an answer to make me feel good enough about it in my stomach. I know I was outside for all of that when it was happening. I was there when he was shopping label deals. I was seeing it all. I was there when this artist didn't work and hey, I'm running with this. And so, and y'all kept smacking him. I was trying to work records when all that was happening.
Yeah.
So I don't feel like your road to independence, how did you get here? It's
crazy, man. You know, man, life just plays out, dog. I think what led to my whole independent journey, bro, was really just like, obviously, you know, I think traveling around the world, I was always known as like, oh, that's Khaled's artist. It's Khaled's little homie. That's this and that. You know, so really, if I'm being completely honest, dog, people started bringing me stuff. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what became a problem because people who was really close on the inside started bringing me things that, you know, I started asking more questions about stuff, more questions about the business. To me, that's what changed for me, dog. It was the response to me just inquiring about my business, inquiring about what's really going on. And then when I started to go down that rabbit hole, I started to, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn. This happening, they taking this to do that with, but that's supposed to be for my, but why we doing this like? So it was confusing for me, but nobody wouldn't explain nothing. So you know what I'm saying? Nobody.
It always happened for artists. Something happened and we just start asking questions.
And get a little bit of information.
That's it. And then before you know, they're like, oh, did you know that he's taking this and doing that and blah, blah, blah. So I just think for me, though, I'm looking at it, I'm like, man, I ain't gonna never be, you know, bigger than this program or bigger than this system. Like, you know, bro got the control, you know what I'm saying, over this entire thing. He can decide to say what he want to do with his label, how he want to move it, how he want to navigate it. And me, with being powerless, I'm gonna have to just follow suit. You know what I'm saying? So for me, that made me feel uneasy. You know what I'm saying? Like not having the power, asking about contracts and nobody got answers. Everybody looking around, looking crazy at me. And I'm like, I'm the bad guy for just asking questions. How that's ruffling feathers. So for me, that was like the first notch for me of like, all right. And then people bringing me just unwarranted information that I ain't even asked for. You know what I'm saying? People that's really close to them. And it's honestly, man, it's a few things of just watching how people get treated. You know what I'm saying? I think this stuff just kind of took a toll on me, man. Overall, I started looking, I'm like, bro. In order for you to like be who you want to be, you gonna have to create this thing on your own. Like you gonna have to separate yourself from this.
Tough pill to swallow at some point.
Very tough pill to swallow, because in that time too, I was really thinking about like, am I making the right decision? You know what I'm saying? Like, is this the right thing to do? Is this like, you know, gonna be feasible for my family? Is everybody gonna understand?
Man, this whole situation with Ace Hood and DJ Khaled is low-key sad when you really look at it. They came up together, had hits, built a whole movement, and then it just fell apart in silence. No blowout, no big moment, just distance, missed calls, and a lot left unsaid.
You know, so you got people coming at you from every angle, but for me, it was just a large decision. Because once that main move was made from like the major label to the whole, you know, to having your own label and all of that, moving to a smaller label, that threw me for a loop.
Of course.
Yeah. So, you know, there was no, I just wasn't prepared for it. And I just think asking questions, I thought I was owed to just do at least the conversation. It's not my label, not my vibe, but just the conversation. You know what I'm saying? If Joe want to take the pod somewhere else or whatever, you going to let the homies know, hey, I just want to take it up the street, boom, boom. I just want to inform y'all this is what I'm thinking, this is what I'm feeling. You know, even though it's your thing or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So for me, dog, for that, I was like, nah, I don't really think it's like real space for me here like that, in that way. You know what I'm saying? In terms of what it is that I want to build, something that's true and honest to me. And then I also too felt like I was being pushed into like a very slim situation in terms of, nah, I need to sound like this. You know what I'm saying? Nah, they want to pick the beats. They don't want me to pick the beats. They want to pick the hooks. They want to they want full control over this right here. And I'm like, nah, that ain't going down. There was things that happened, conversations that transpired that had to push some things forward. You see what I'm saying? Just to be transparent, dog. And then we got down to a reasonable number of like, hey, bro, this is what I can do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't do that, but I can give you this to get out of
Where
that.
was you supposed to pull this from?
Hey, that's what I'm trying to say.
The fallout between DJ Khaled and Ace Hood is one of those behind-the-scenes industry breakups that didn't explode in public at first, but slowly unraveled over time as both sides drifted apart with tension bubbling just beneath the surface. In the early 2010s, Ace Hood was one of Khaled's biggest artists, closely tied to the We the Best brand. He dropped multiple albums under Khaled's label and was featured heavily in Khaled's trademark Posse tracks, even earning some major hits that helped build his name and visibility in the game. But as Ace matured as an artist, he began wanting more control over his music, more ownership over his creative direction, and more input in the business decisions affecting his career. According to Ace, that's where things started to shift. He felt that Khaled was not prioritizing his growth as an artist anymore. There were delays, lack of support for certain projects, and a general feeling that his career was no longer being pushed forward the way it should have been. He made it clear in later interviews that he believed he was being overlooked or sidelined, while Khaled focused more energy on other ventures and artists. At some point, Ace made the difficult decision to part ways with We the Best and form his own label, Hood Nation. But this wasn't a clean or friendly exit. The communication between the two reportedly went silent. Ace even admitted that he avoided reaching out to Khaled for nearly a year after leaving the label, saying it was partly due to fear of how Khaled might react and partly because the energy had changed so much between them. Meanwhile, when asked about it in public interviews, Khaled played it cool, saying there was no beef and that he still supported Ace Hood and wished him success. But that narrative got challenged when Ace tweeted directly at Khaled, saying, "If only what you said on the Breakfast Club was the truth." That moment made it clear that Ace felt the story being told publicly was not matching what was really happening behind closed doors. The tension became more visible as time went on, especially when Ace started dropping new music independently with no sign of Khaled's involvement or support.